to see how many people we got up in the building. Wait for some people to tune in. Every time I eat a banana, I think about belly and shit. The boy be like, I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit. But good morning. How everybody doing? It's June 10th. That was a good ass banana. I need another one. But it's June 10th. Good morning, good morning, good morning. And y'all can see the thumbnail. We're gonna talk a bit about, Kwame Brown being a threat to the quote unquote status quo, and just a all around threat to old media. Y'all see how well, first I want to start off by saying, you know a friend of mine told me yesterday that I should start writing down these speeches before I start doing these videos, because I say a lot of a lot, and breaks the like as a hesitation mechanism, which I totally agree. I do agree. I do have to get better in my speeches, but the way I figure, I'm new to this, and I'm not a person who done a lot of speeches in my life anyway, or just like do a lot of talking. So this is all kind of new to me. So I figure, why not see the authenticity of me and just watch me grow as I go along. I'm sure as I keep talking and progressing and making videos and everything, that my speech patterns will get better, and it will be less ums and uhs and all that stuff, and they'll just go with the flow. So although I do agree, I do have to get better at my speeches and doing these videos and stop saying ums a lot and everything. I totally agree with that. But I figure, like I said, I'm just being authentic, and y'all can just see my progression over time. But with that being said, make sure y'all hit the like button, because that's the only way the channel growing. So hit that like button, and make sure y'all subscribe. Subscribe to the channel. Now, Kwame Brown, he just stepped on the scene as far as this whole YouTube thing, like within the past 3 weeks, the past month or so, and he's been blowing up a storm. And it seems like all the old media got everything negative to say about him, when in truth, a lot of things that he talk about is actually factual, and it kind of stands on hand with a lot of things that, even though he hating on them, but Tommy Sotomayor, he been saying for years, and like Kevin Samuels, it's kind of like how he say mama's cooking and sprinkling. He kind of like dabbled on a bit of everything. He just like sprinkled little bits and pieces from a bunch of other people and kind of made it his own. And he talk about the same type of talking points where everybody kind of collectively say, and he just does his own thing. And I think it's crazy because you got people like Dr. Boyce Watkins, like how he said he just jumped into the equation. He ain't had nothing to do with it. He just kind of like jumped into the talking point. And Kwame was saying like what have you done for the black community? Like he's tired of all these old people talking and not doing anything. And that's what I mean in the title when I stated the status quo, because we got all these so-called old black cultural leaders and people that we supposed to hold to like some type of high regards, high esteem, but yet a lot of them just do nothing but talk. And I'm sure some of them do things for like sad communities around the nation or whatever, but for the most part, a lot of these dudes do nothing but talk, and they build off of just talking, and writing books and having book signings and going and making money off doing public speeches and all that stuff like that. And it's not just him. It's not Boyce Watkins. It's a lot of them. And then you got people like Stephen A. Smith. Now, Stephen A. Smith, he's a funny character, I think, because I've been kind of talking about him for years, way before I even started this whole YouTube platform. Just talking about him, talking shit with family and friends and everything like that. And I'm like, this dude is just a straight up clown. And not he's a clown because I view him as, not quote unquote street hood or whatever, anything like that. Like I really don't give a fuck about that. He a clown just by his actions, like the things that he talk about. Like he first of all he's too fucking animated at times when he don't need to be, and then at that a lot of his talking points be clearly fucking wrong. Like a lot of them be wrong as shit. He do make some points that's cool or whatever, and I like that he's actually getting better and learning boxing, because I don't know if any of you know, but I'm a boxer. I'm a professional boxer. Um, I haven't fought in like over a year. I had hurt my knee, had knee surgery at the beginning of this year, but that's another story. I plan on having another fight later on this year once I get back in shape. But so when he talk about boxing for years, he talk about boxing. I'm like, this dude ass. Like he have no idea what the fuck he talking about. But over the years of going on and him hanging around like people like Max Kellerman and being around the boxers and all that stuff, like his analytic skills on that is getting better. I won't say he's good, but it's getting better. So on that regards, I give him some type of kudos to that. But everything else, like, dude be fucking wrong. And then on the whole political standpoint, as far as athletes and wanting to take a stand for like things that's happening in the black communities, and like the as far as the racial injustice and all that stuff, he always got something to say negative about that. Like the whole gist of this whole rant I'm saying about him right now is, do y'all peep that he all it's like 95% African American? He got something negative to say, and maybe only like 5% of whatever other race, or that 5% of something positive that something a black person or somebody have done. Like that should be crazy. Now I'm gonna run it back to Stephen A, but I want to talk a bit about Tommy Sotomayor, because like I said in the beginning of this video, you got to give credit to where credit is due. Tommy been around for a minute, and he like one of the first people who's been like talking about a bunch of stuff that's been happening in the black community, and talking about the double standards of these relationships and women and all that stuff. Like some people even think that he's a misogynist, that he hates women and everything because of some of the stuff that he says. Some people might even argue that he may be even on par or even higher than Kevin Samuels on regards of just quote unquote hating women. But with that being said, he been talking about this shit for a minute, for years. Now that the whole manosphere is growing, and Kevin Samuels, he seems to, in the public eye anyway, he seems to be the head of the manosphere, the red pill community, and Kevin Samuels just bloomed over this past shit, it hadn't even been a year yet, but he just like bloomed over these past few months. um he been talking mad crazy shit about Kevin Samuels, doing a whole bunch of videos about Kevin Samuels, um calling him gay, making all these allegations about him, supposedly quote unquote exposing videos or pictures of people sleeping in his bed and all this crazy stuff like that. And then now you fast forward a couple months later or weeks later, now that Kwame Brown has blown up and getting his little notoriety and recognition, now he mad at him too. And it's funny because Kwame Brown just put out a video, I think the day before yesterday, talking about it, and he was saying like how Tommy Sotomayor keep calling him like this dude keeps stealing all my shit. He keeps stealing all my talking points and everything. And Kwame is telling him like bro, like just do you, like stop worrying about another man. And when you think about it, that's the whole thing. Like, why is a man worrying about another man, what he doing and shit? Like, they got their own platforms. Tommy, he got his own platform. Kev, he got his own platform. Kwame, he got his own platform. Like, all these dudes, they can be speaking and talking and actually come together. Like, and it's so crazy because it's like, why the black leaders or the quote unquote so called black leaders always have to start beefing with each other. Like, it's like an ego and shit. Like, it's this fucking dick swinging contest and shit. And it's bad for the community because like, all right, I'm gonna bring you to another talking point. For example, I just made a video uh like 2 days ago talking about a YouTube personality, Young Pharaoh, and now a new YouTube personality, or rather Instagram, but I think he's new to YouTube, Rashad Jamal. These two brothers are the same. They both got their own private followings or whatever. I'm sure some of these subscribers or followers, whatever, subscribe to both. But in retrospect, he got Young Pharaoh got his own following, Rashad Jamal got his own following. But yet somehow, some way, these motherfuckers seem to be beefing, making videos about each other and shit. Like it's crazy, and it's bad because the way I look at it, it's room for everybody out here. Now, if you want to look at it like notoriety, or you want to look at it like popularity, or even like money, then it's room for everybody out here to eat. I don't understand. It's like it's damn near 8 billion people on this damn earth. You know how many people is on YouTube platforms? You know how many people that's on Instagram, on all these platforms? There's billions of people on these platforms. Not everyone is going to follow you, but that's okay because then, if this said group of people not going to follow you, you got another group of people that's over there. You got 300,000 people over here, but you might got 2 billion people over there. Like I'm just not. I don't get all this stuff, and that goes for Kwame and Tommy and everybody too. Like, I don't understand why all these dudes beefing and shit, even with old media, with Stephen A. Smith and everybody. Like, it seemed like they're jealous that Kwame is becoming a bigger personality now that he's retired from playing ball than he was than he was when he actually playing ball. Like, if that makes sense to you, like, he's becoming better now. People actually knowing him more and respecting him now as a YouTube personality than he was as a ball player. He's gaining more fans. He's gaining more notoriety, and in return, he'll gain more acolytes. And I think that the status quo is mad because they can't control him. They can't control his paycheck. Like, he's not getting paid by them anymore. Like, if he was still working for the league, then he won't be able to say or do whatever all the stuff that he's doing now, because he'll get fired. But now that he's not, that man can do whatever the fuck he want. And the powers that be, they they hate that. And the fact that he know these guys personally, and he know people that know them personally, and he's in the know, and he can start telling stuff. Like he said yesterday, he was saying that he hoped that the people that know DJ Envy down there in Atlanta, with the shady stuff that he quote unquote allegedly doing down there in Atlanta, email him, and he'll put them on their platform so they can speak out. See now, he's on a point now where, as though people are now are afraid of him, because he has a voice and he gives people a voice, and they can go on his platform and talk freely. He don't over talk them. Prime example when he did with just Caree's mom. He put her on the platform and she spoke everything she needed to say about Charlemagne the Fraud, about all the the alleged rape that happened 20 years ago, and he said the same thing about that. He's willing to give everybody a free voice on his platform. And now that I'm actually sitting here talking about it, like I'm thinking about it as I'm speaking to y'all, that's a bit dangerous. And I know I put that in a title, but I was just, just saying that he's dangerous, just speaking in layman terms. But on some real shit, that is dangerous. That's a dangerous thing, a position to be in, and for him to be in, because he could potentially expose a lot of shit high up. And I think a lot of people will fear that and try to, you know, you can't really do or say what you want to say on these things anymore because of censorship. But I think y'all know where we getting at. So yeah, now that I'm actually sitting here talking about that and thinking about it as I'm speaking, that's a dangerous spot. So yeah, in retrospect, he is dangerous and he's a threat to the status quo because people are following him now. He just had, like he said, he just been on YouTube for maybe like a month, and already he got over 300,000 subscribers, on his way to 400,000. Give him like 2 or 3 more months. I'm sure before the year is out, he'll have over a million subscribers. I can't really predict when, but I got a sense for these things, and I'm sure before 2021 is out, he'll have a million subscribers or somewhere very very close to it. Just like Kevin Samuels, he got over 900 and like 40 something thousand subscribers or something like that. He's about to have a million too pretty soon. So these people are powerful, and they're talking points. And I think more of us, especially more of us of color, need to start listening to these dudes and paying attention, because a lot of these people, the stuff that they saying, be important, and a lot of us, we're so caught up in what old media and the old status quo are telling us. We're so caught up in what they're are are used to feeding us. We so used to being caught up in these music videos, all these celebrities, these TikTok memes, these all these challenges that seem to come out every month. You got the busted challenge, the silhouette challenge, the P challenge, like all this crazy stuff. The versus battle, like all this shit that really don't mean a damn thing to us in the grand scheme of things. And I say that all the time. Like none of that stuff. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to sound like an old fart. You know what I'm saying? And like it's. I understand like that stuff be entertainment, but majority of us be so caught up in that type of stuff, and we live our lives vicariously through social media. And I'm not exempt. I'm not exempt at all. I got a habit of doing that sometimes too, which I'm working on it and trying to get better. Hence, that's why I keep trying to just work on making a bunch of these videos and just keep creating content. And the more I do this, the less I'm on social media, just drafting through things every day and posting and commenting and everything and getting in types of dramas that don't even fucking belong to me. So yeah, but Kwame, he's a threat to the status quo, and if he keep doing what he's doing, exposing, he's going to gain more notoriety and popularity, but yet he's going to gain more enemies too. It's so funny because he probably didn't even have like enemies like that when he was playing ball. as far as like some type of life threatening type situations. And now at the scales that he's going now, post ball playing, he can potentially be like uh a threat to, you know, the PTB, the powers that be. But what do y'all think? Let me know in the comment sections, because I don't know what y'all think. Let me know. Make sure y'all hit that like button too. Like, it don't cost you nothing to like. It's absolutely free. Just like. But what y'all think though? Y'all think that Kwame Brown, he a threat? Let me know, cause I think so. And if he is a threat, and if he keep doing what he's doing, do y'all think that this is like out there thinking, but do y'all think that his life can potentially be in danger sooner or later, especially if he's saying like exposing like a bunch of people like doing dirty stuff that's in the entertainment industry? Like, do y'all think that it can possibly get to that way? Let me know. Some might call me a conspiracy theorist or whatever, but when it comes to things like that, you can't really take lightly, because think about it. People livelihoods is on the line when it comes to things like that. People money, how the way they live, their name, their status, their brand, all that stuff is on the line. So if he can actually like bring things to light and actually have validity to all the things that he's talking about, and bring people on his platforms, and actually, start exposing some of these people, and actually have some type of proof, or some, like, or some type of valid stuff, then yeah, I don't think it's too far off to think that some people might view him as a real dangerous threat, and might try to want to off him, or some crap like that, or try to cancel him by, you know, making up some type of quote unquote um scandal on him, some shit like that. Like, all these things are possibility. Just think about history, and you ain't even got to go far back in history. Think about the last few years. You say? I mean, they can touch people. Touch them if they feel you talking reckless, but don't. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right. And I feel that's true. So I mean, you never know. So, but I mean, the dude got money. I'm assuming he got money. Well, I'm assuming he got enough bread where he can afford security anyway. Uh, yeah, I don't think it's a theory either, but you know how people are, and talking about stuff like these, you'll be viewed as a conspiracy theorist. So I'm cool with that. But um, if he keep doing what he's doing, and if like he just been on the internet for a month, and already he got damn near 500,000 subscribers. So if he keep growing the way he's doing, then and if y'all notice, he's getting more vulgar every day, every live stream. Like, it's like he's getting real unfiltered, uncensored with it. And it's so I'm actually surprised that YouTube be allowing it. to be honest with y'all, because they always seem to censor me or something or giving me a strike for something. But he be getting real unfiltered a lot, and I think as the weeks goes on, like, and it's getting it's summertime about around the corner. It's hot. People just coming out outside. COVID and everything, restrictions is getting unlifted. So people gonna start acting up. It's kind of like that whole when you say the whole when the full moon is out, it just do strange things to people. I feel like it's that, and he's gonna start um projecting so much shit out there to the people. And if y'all notice, like people are like his videos are being spreaded. Shit, i.e. me. I even spread his videos. Like I share his videos and everything too. So all these things is getting spread. So the people up top, they gonna start looking at this dude like, yo, we gonna have to start silencing him, like, or doing something. Like, we gonna have to like make an example out of him. So if it keep going the way it going, I I'd say look, be prepared for that, because you know how these dudes is. And then, like, you might say, well, Lynch, that can't happen, because if that happens, then we will all know it. But when I say stuff like that is, I well, one, I used to say shit like that all the time years ago. That was me. But now I say stuff like that is like the person is smart. The individual is smart. The individual can think for himself, herself. The individual can think logically and rationally. The individual can think with a rational head. People collectively are fucking stupid. like, like think about it. Irrational people together are stupid. How you think a mob comes along? How you think riots and everything are formed? Like, irrational people. So although a person might can see all this stuff, and if something happens, they can be like, well, clearly, somebody's doing something to him, or someone up top, because he's doing all this. The people was not going to think that, especially if there's some type of narrative that's put out there beforehand or whatever to kind of discredit him. Like, yeah, most people are dumb. This past year and a half, um, this from 2020, the beginning of 2020 up until now, it proved to me how dumb people are. And I hate to say that, but and I've realized how, and like, it's not even about being smart. It's just about using common fucking sense. Like, that's what I say. It's just about common sense. And I've seen that even people that I've known that's way older than me, that I thought that should be more wiser, or not even or stupid, or fall for the old okey doke. And you just look at them and you like, and it gets to a point where you just like, I just gotta pray for you. Like, because it be crazy, man. So yeah, that's how I feel. So. Yeah, we do. We should. I think so. I totally agree. Yep. But what I say to that though is, all we gotta do is more and more people just keep coming out and just speaking. Like, if we all had a voice, they can't stop all of us. I think the problem is that um uh a lot of us, we fall for, like, CNN, ABC, or all that stuff like that. Like, if it's not them telling us what the situation is, then we don't believe it. We believe everything that they say. I think more and more of us need to start doing more of our own type of due diligence or our own research, and just start putting that shit out there, even by making videos, making posts, making tweets, uh, little vlogs, blogs, whatever. If all of us, especially if people of color, if we all collectively done that, um, I mean, I understand we all not gonna do it, but if a lot of us done it, like a big majority of us, then they wouldn't be able to stop us. They wouldn't be able to silence us. They wouldn't be able to pull a wool over our heads, and they wouldn't be able to get away with quote unquote murder and all that dumb stuff because we not falling for it. But a lot of us fall for shit. Like it's fucked up to say like black people, especially black people here in America. I'm not sure. Um, like I'm not 100% sure about other cultures around the world where black people are living, but here in America, we're so fucking. What's the word I'm looking for? Help me out. What's the word I'm looking for? Like black people here in America, we're so conditioned. Like we're so conditioned to 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 believe what the white man says. Like, and I don't know. It just fucks us up. I mean, it fucks us up as a people. Now, I think that all of us should all work together. When I mean all of us, I mean all of us on this planet. Like every culture and shit. Like we should all be working together because at the end of the day, we all fucking human. Like if a big ass asteroid was coming down to this planet and about to wipe us the fuck out, that asteroid ain't saying, well, I'm gonna wipe you niggas out over here, but I'm gonna leave you people. I'm gonna leave y'all alone, or I'm I, I'm gonna destroy all the motherfucking Asians of the world, but I'm gonna leave the Spanish people alone. Like that shit ain't happening. We all dying. If some type of um infectious disease, like on the movie Contagion, was spreading across the globe, that shit wiping us all the fuck out. Unless it's like we like got some type of biological marker or some shit that prevents some shit. But at the end of the day, we all getting wiped the fuck out. So all this superiority stuff and that should be bull. But I like to focus more on back to home because we can't work together if we can't work with we can't work together as a whole world if we can't work together as just a culture. And black people here in America, we have no type of we don't work together, especially in the last 60 years. Like before that, we was together, we was all in the same struggle, we was all in the same situation, but after the last 60 years, it's just been like a fucking just torn apart. And i.e., you got all this stuff happening in the world now as far as with black people. And the reason why I mention all that, because like I always say, all this stuff is connected, like in one shape or fashion or form. Everything that we're doing, everything we're talking point, everything that's happened, all that shit is a fucking connection from one thing. And it's like a tree. The tree got the roots and the base and a branch, and then it got the leaves and everything, and the individual branches and everything spreads out and everything, but it's all connected to one base seed. Like so, and that's why I kind of made this channel, and I talked about I titled it "Let's Talk Controversial Topics" because I like to talk about everything because in retrospect, all this shit that's happening in this world is all connected in one shape or form, whether y'all realize it or not. It's like a ripple effect. Every action has a reaction. I'm not sure if y'all um familiar with these type of things. I read a lot about these type of things, and I watch a lot of videos on it as well. I'm more of a visual learner. I gotta be more honest. I do read a lot, but if I want to be honest with y'all, I learn better visually and more hands on. So I watch a lot of videos on these things and documentaries, and yeah, all this stuff is connected. What you say? Got to beat up tears from the real practice fairy coconut for his home. Yeah, yeah, that's true. And no, 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 no. Black people are in apocalypse movies. Shit, have you ever noticed in majority of the end of the world movies is always a black president or some type of minority type president? Like you had Morgan Freeman in Deep Impact back in 1998. That was like the first uh comet movie that I seen. He had Danny Glover in 2012. Shit, he got killed by the big ass tidal waves coming, uh, covering up America. Then there was this movie back in like 98, 97. See, I'm showing my age. But it was this movie back like in 98, 97 with Ice, the rapper actor Ice T. It was like one of them low budget B movies. And it was like an apocalyptic movie when the world was about to end. It was like a nuclear war about to happen. And the president was a chick. She actually kind of like Kamala Harris, be funny with you. But she was black too. And just little various other things too. So I be peeping. It's black people in apocalypse movies, unfortunately. So you had Ving Rhames in Dawn of the Dead 2004 with Zack Snyder remake Dawn of the Dead. This is black people in apocalypse movies. But just to like kind of sum it all up, us as black people, we got to start getting better at what we doing, and we got to start like holding these old so-called old leaders accountable and start holding them to their title or their name or whatever. If they're supposed to be some type of if they're supposed to be representing us and supposed to be our leaders or anything, then they have to start showing their groundwork, and not even just back then. Like one of my mentors used to say, respect is earned. It's not given, it's earned. But you have to continue to keep earning that respect every day. You can't go off of what you've done back in the past, like because you can have done good deeds back in the past, and in the present you can be, you ain't shit. So it has to continue to be earned. So yes, these men and whatever is supposed to be our leaders, our people like that. That's cool. But what are they doing for us now? Like what is happening as far as like the racial stuff, the cops killing black people. I'm still seeing on the news that we're still getting killed at an alarming rate. Like I thought the death of Ahmaud Arbery, George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, all these other people throughout the year 2020 was supposed to stop, but yet you got this year black men and women are still getting killed like crazy. You got 16-year-old girls getting shot by cops 4 or 5 times. You got Dante Wright getting shot by a policewoman who's so-called quote unquote saying that she thought that she grabbed her taser. It, you got black and Latino descent army surgeons being harassed by veteran cops. I can go on. It's so much that's been happening this year, and it's only June. We still got about 6 7 more months to go. Like, can you imagine what we're going to start seeing in the news then? So you know, I think more and more of us, if anything, need to start holding these people accountable and start saying that if you're going to be our leaders, then y'all need to start representing us right. Y'all need to be out there and start putting the foot in the ground instead of just talking, instead of making speeches, instead of writing books and profiting. Then y'all need to be trying to or even if y'all gonna write books and profit, y'all gonna need to be trying to put the money in the black community. Like, all this money is going out, all these billions and trillions of dollars and stuff is going out, and we don't see none of that stuff. And that's a lot of the stuff that Kwame Brown be talking about. To bring me back to him, like a lot of these talking points I just mentioned on, it's a lot of stuff he been saying, and that's why he's a threat. That's why he's dangerous, because they know that people are gonna listen to him because he is who he is. He was a controversial figure while he was playing. So now that he's even more of a controversial figure while he's a YouTube figure now. And shit, he's good for my channel because my channel is all about controversy and topics and everything, and bringing light to all the crap that's going around the world, rather it be in politics, religion, dating, this man and woman stuff, everything. So yeah, I believe that you know he's good for us. Rather, he's not a perfect man, and that's what they try to bring up. Oh, he's just coming at everybody, or he's just seeing like an angry black man or whatever. Oh, he don't seem like the angry. Why is someone got to be the angry black man when you speaking truth on things? Like, what happened to just being a man? What happened to speaking the truth? Why this world that we living in is so fucking sensitive? Like, I feel like we live, and it's so crazy. Like, I don't know what it was like in the yesterday's times. I've been only been on this earth since '84, but I remember growing up, men and women wasn't this fucking sensitive. Well, unfortunately, color has a lot to do with it. If you're a black man, I'm not sure if you're black or not. Um, but I'm actually happy that you asked that. What does color have to do with the truth? That's what the question was. What does color have to do with the truth? Um, they don't look. Okay, that's great. I'm glad. Thank you. Um, even if you wasn't, even if you wasn't, in retrospect, see, this is the thing. This is it's a catch 22 with me on that, because in retrospect, color has nothing to do with the truth. It doesn't. But it seems like if you're black here in America, then your truth is tainted, or not really truth until it's proven truth. It's all your truth. Or what I'm trying to say is your truth is always questioned. Unless you're represented right, unless you have some type of camera, and that depends on like what type of truth we talk about anyway. Like we can have, you can be talking about politics, you can be talking about um what's going on with racial injustice, whatever. It that varies. So like it's kind of not always. What do you say? I'm coming so fast. Hold on. I'm trying to read your comment, buddy. Just give me 1 second. Well, shoot, I try to take people's words for it too. See, but everybody don't think like that. Can't expect all of us to think like that. At one point, I did, but now I'm more realistic, and I've come to the realization and to the conclusion that everyone is not going to be, um, I guess if you want to call it optimistic or whatever. Everyone is not going to be optimistic or just um understanding or whatever, if you will, like me or like you. So, you just gotta take it for what it is. And I'm just living in the reality now. I understand, like this is stuff that I be trying to teach my daughters. Like, 'cause my daughters are innocent, and they got this pure innocent life, and it's fucked up what I'm about to say, but it's kind of like, now I don't know where y'all from. I don't know how you grew up, how the like where you're, whatever city or whatever you're from, how y'all looked at it. But and here in Philly, where I'm from, if you if you talk proper, if you use proper pronunciations, if you if you listen to anything other than hip hop and R&B, then you're considered white. You're considered being white. And I grew up in the projects, but out of my peers, I was always the quote unquote nice one. Out of all like my boys and all the stuff I grew up with, even like my brothers, my family, I'm the nice one out of the family. And my daughters, and one thing I do give credit for with their mother is we both was on point on raising them the same, as far as like their upbringing, how we chose to raise them. So we chose to raise them not listening to certain music, keeping them around from certain things and whatever. So now they have that quote unquote type of white acting stereotype and white sounding. Whereas though I hear other kids, I heard a girl say it to my like a little girl playing in the park saying it to my daughter, like, why you sound like that? Why you sound white? And my kids don't be understanding. So I say all that to say is all of us are different. All of us are not brought up the same. All of us is not gonna understand the same thing. All of us are not gonna view things the same way. Some of us as black people are so lost that we're not even willing to even trying to change our 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 predicament. Like I know personally, myself personally, I'm not sure about y'all, but I know personally a lot of people are just comfortable where they at in life. They just comfortable, and I personally I'm not comfortable, and I'll look at these people and I don't pity them. I don't feel sorry for them. I don't feel like I'm better than them. I don't do anything that stuff. I just look at them and I just go, I don't want to think like that. You know, I want to be better. My situation, how I grew up, I want to leave a legacy behind because it wasn't no legacy left for me. So I'm trying to get to a point where I want to leave a legacy for behind for my kids and my family, and I feel as though all of us should be thinking like that. And I think that's the whole gist of what like people like before he was hating like Tommy Sotomayor, he was saying all the stuff like Kwame Brown, all the stuff that he be saying. Like that's the whole gist of these whole things that like us as black people just need to just be better, like better our situation. Like we're now living in a world where there's still like, because let me make this disclaimer right now before I say that little speech. There's still racism, there's still prejudice, there's still systematic oppression, whatever you want to call it. Yet in today's world, in 2021, in June 10th, 2021, today's world, yet while all those things are still happening, we're still living in a world, in a time that us being wherever background we're from, we can achieve our dream if we just keep trying. And that's not to say it's going to be easy, because I know some people who achieve things faster than others. And I know some, not personally, but I just know of some. Like I know this one particular YouTuber who started his channel in December of 2020, and now already he got over 100,000 subscribers. So it's like some people are, blessed, and it happens quicker than others. But that's not to say that it won't happen if you keep trying. And that's the whole point of this rant. That's the whole point of everything that I'm saying. I think that's the whole point of what all these guys are talking about. It's just that us as a people need to start getting better. We need to start get over our little petty differences. We need to stop being jealous that the next man or woman is coming up and they might be surpassing you, or they might be surpassing you, or you feel they're surpassing you because they having more followers, or having another getting more money, whatever the case may be. Like we as black people just got to get better with that. And until we do, they they gonna keep being in control of us. You know, it's still gonna be the same old status quo. And that's why we need powerful figures to keep talking, because it seems like they're the only ones who can make a difference. If we're not gonna do it, if all of us did it, then we don't need these so-called powerful black cultural leaders. We won't need them at all if we all did it. But so many of us, like I said, is so caught on TikTok, caught on these trends and these hashtags and these challenges and stuff, that shit ain't gonna happen. it is real as much as I want all that stuff to be. I just gotta be real. Like, and I'm a Christian, so the Bible say that shit ain't gonna happen anyway. But hey, what do I know? But what y'all think? Let me know in the comment sections. And hit that like button, so hit that like. Go up. Mm. Sometimes I'll be sitting and I'll be thinking like, are we ever gonna get it together as a people? Do any of y'all think that? Do y'all sit back and watch the world? Just sit back sometimes and just watch the world. Just looking at, paying attention to how things are playing out. Do y'all? And if you haven't, just think of, just do it. Just even if you don't got the time to do it right now, just when you get a moment, sometime later on today or whatever, tomorrow, just take a moment and just sit back and just take it all in. Just take the world as it is right now, today in. I'm not talking about the technology. I'm not talking about, the newest addition to this. I'm not talking about the material things. I'm talking about society, the people, you know, just take it all in and just think, is the world becoming a better place, or is it getting worse? And if you can really ask yourself that question honestly and take it all in, then I think you would have an honest answer. So, because it's not getting better, and I feel sad that I my children are growing up in a world that seem like it doesn't even give a fuck, doesn't even give a damn. Hmm. But what can you do, huh? Same old song. But let me know in the comment sections below. That's my little rant for this video. Make sure y'all hit that like button and subscribe to the channel too, because I will be uploading later. I will be uploading a few more videos today. I might even go live again later on tonight. No, I am going to go live. I just don't know what time yet, but I might put a schedule up. I'll let y'all know. And we growing, we doing bigger things. So make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification icon so you'll be always notified when I upload the latest and greatest. Oh, and subscribe to my backup channel too. It's called Let's Talk Controversial Topics 2.0 by Lynch. Obviously, that's me. And you always just keep me on both platforms. So if I'm not over here, I'm over there. I haven't uploaded over there maybe like in a month or so, but it's always good to just have me. So it's the same title as this channel, just with a 2.0 added. So just add me over there, and I'll see y'all later on today. All right, peace.